I haven't checked actually whether I'm getting the last set correct. Let's reload that other page. We are now live streaming. We're here. It's Thursday, and we're doing the Kent Beck Scrum. We have Michael and Matt and Sam. Michael was in first. Hey, Michael, how are things going with you?
Good. How are you?
Yep. All the better for seeing you. Yeah. Anything blocking you? Anything going on?
No.
All right.
Nothing
Excellent.
to report right now.
Short and sweet. Great
It's all
stuff.
clear. Eastern Front.
Oh, clear on the Eastern Front. Excellent. Although I think you're at the west of me, but anyway. Matt, how are things going with you?
Pretty good. I think Trump's on the Eastern Front now. Back in Poland or something. Anyways, nothing much. The only thing I was going to mention real quick is maybe we could, maybe at the end, we could install Mongo on
Facing voter.
voter staging.
Okay.
Get that done if you have a minute. Otherwise,
yeah, we can talk about that.
A command.
Okay. That's cool.
That's all I had, and nothing else new.
All right. So, yeah, we had the marketing meeting. Stuff was done. We generated additional action items. We've got a, gosh, what's it called? A survey to go out for premium members. Yeah, I'm continuing. I guess I'm doing my run now of reaching out to premium members. I am trying to get set up with move the autograders to Azure. I've got the local support kickoff coming up in about 10 minutes. Yes, that's about it. The Chatlio is running on the development site. Lokesh was just chatting to me through Chatlio, so that was fun. Yeah, so that's our Scrum. Yeah, on the MongoDB on async voter, I guess I'm wrestling with this desire to say that I think the project's going in the wrong direction, in that I think that we should be, instead of trying to insert MongoDB into the nice lightweight app that we have, that we should be having it reach out to the existing REST interface MongoDB that we set up, where we've also got another separate microservice that's an entire React app that gives us an admin interface on it. But I know that
I don't know much about that. So,
well, yeah, Raphael's he's like fairly clearly against it, and I guess I'm like, yeah, trying to work out, like, I don't know. I've sort of kind of leaving it off because it's sort of like if I push too hard on it, it just generates another kind of conflict, which is not what we need, and it burns time and it doesn't really get anybody anywhere. But I guess particularly in this context where, I mean, it's like Raphael's like, I just want to code and I don't care about anything else. And then, so there are things like, he needs DevOps support and this, that, and the other. And I guess when it comes to, I mean, this is sort of a trivial thing, like we can look at getting the MongoDB installed.
No, but it doesn't make sense to have two places if you want it stored someplace else.
Well, I mean, it's not so much about where it's stored. I mean, it's the fact that we already spent
information, maybe.
We already spent a lot of time building an app and getting the REST interface like the way that we wanted, and we have this other admin interface now. Rafa, I mean, and I was sort of hoping maybe Rafael would join this meeting and then we could discuss it face to face. I mean, I'm at the end of the day, like I just don't, I can't get involved in coding it myself right now because it's not an immediate, a revenue generator. I mean, he's
talking to Raphael about it, so I can.
Yeah.
You don't need to get involved at all.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, and ultimately, I think if you and he, it's like the direction.
Yeah,
you need direction that you need to go in. So, what I think he said is like oh, that's that old project. It's a dead project. It's like that's a mythical man month. You build one to throw it away. I'm not really following the reasoning there, and maybe we just have to agree to disagree, and then it comes down to ultimately what we want. I mean, it's sort of microservices versus elegant monolith, really. So I guess the question is whether I should articulate my reasoning and put it in the Slack channel and then leave it and you can discuss it, or if
I'd like to hear it briefly if you don't. because if the Mongo is only for, if the API is only for async voter and to support a little GUI, then I don't understand the point of it.
You don't understand the point of what? Sorry.
Of having a separate API just to store things in Mongo.
Well, I mean, I guess we've got this. You know,
I mean, it's not that big of a monolith if you're talking about.
No. But like, so if we just briefly, if I wonder if
I mean, I know your argument. I think I know your argument, but if you see what I'm saying,
yeah, no, it's not. But it's also this kind of, it's this point of, you know, we already built one, right? Where we kind of, with various people, we wrangled over what the see. This is, I want to get to a drawing, a Google drawing. We kind of, you know, we wrangled over it, and it's all up there, and it's running on Dree, which we've also got free hosting for. And I mean, like, for example, what's frustrating for me is that, like, Paolo comes in and he's got the, oh look, there are parts of the app that are insecure, right? And, which is a great point, and we would love them to like just secure those parts of the app, right? But instead, he's busy trying to work out how to install MongoDB because we're adding this additional persistence layer to what is this kind of lightweight app. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and if it's going to be if it's going to be microservice, then he's going to have to deal with the development API and GUI. So I don't see the
right, no, but he doesn't have to deal with those at all, right? Because he can work. This is the whole point about the microservices architecture: is that if you just want to fix a little thing on one bit of the one microservice, you can just fix that thing. Like if that bit of the microservice doesn't use Mongo, right? Then you don't need to install Mongo.
Well, I mean, they have to integrate tests somewhere, so I guess we already have that worked out. So,
well, I mean, like if we take it, so if this is like the async Slack command, okay, which in its current form, it's Redis, and it's got like an API that's working against Slack. Yeah. Okay, so it works as it is. It has some maybe some shortcomings, but it's proved itself to be remarkably robust and good and fine and dandy. And then we've also got like the async. It's async voter, isn't it? We've got the async voter REST API, which is all tested, is all there. It's got Mongo DB, right? And it's got a RESTful API, right? So we have a line there. Then, you know, like, I think it's all about separation of concerns. Like like you can say, well, no, putting these as separate or together is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Absolutely not a big deal, right? Because it doesn't make it that much bigger. But the point is that if you put the MongoDB kind of on there, where it's like, oh, well, let's just build an admin interface and we'll add that to async voter Slack command. And gradually, you know, there's kind of an accretion of more and more things that async voter command is doing, right? And it gets bigger and bigger, and we end up with another monolith where,
you know, but the name itself is a voter app. You know, it's not a
right
agile.
You know, right. And I mean, it would be one thing if we started out with nothing, when we were saying like, let's build an elegant monolith and let's not worry about the microservices thing, right? But so then we've also got this like React admin interface, which another person also worked on, and it's interesting, isn't it? It's like, so this one it's all in React, and it talks to this thing, and it allows you to browse the voting stuff. So what it means is that I don't know, like it feels like to me, Raphael's tying himself in knots to kind of get all this stuff in here, when what he could have it doing is just whenever there's a vote that it pings the existing API REST thing and stores the data in here. And what that would mean is we could use the existing React admin interface, and we have this microservices architecture, and you can sort of say, well, microservices monolith. I mean, we've gone for this monolith with, you know, website one, and like my intuition is like, well, why not try an alternative experiment here?
No, actually, I totally agree with you now, but maybe a compromise is the fact that he's done like dependency injection. So conceivably, you know, it's we can install what he's got and just inject the API instead of Mongo. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Well,
So you know that would keep both people happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it doesn't keep me happy. And what I'm saying is that, like, part of my, you know, call for simplicity is saying, you know, let's leave this app as it is without, like I mean, we're adding MongoDB here to anticipate solving a problem that hasn't occurred yet, right?
Yeah, no, it sounds like it was a mistake to add it, but what are we going to do?
You know, I mean, I think Raphael's keen to do so. He's keen to experiment. I mean, I think ultimately, you know, I think you and he need to make a decision about this. But I think particularly when it kind of, there's pressure on me to make, you know, to do DevOps stuff to support a particular architecture, I at least want to make the argument to say, this is what I think the architecture should be. And then ultimately you and he can say, well, we don't agree, we're going to do it this way. And if that's the way you want to do it, then fair enough. But it's like, I think I will feel, it'll be difficult for me not to make the argument, if you know what I mean.
Okay, no, I totally understand now. It didn't,
so, you know. I mean, I think we can still try and see if we can add the MongoDB, sorry, say again?
I'm sorry. I think maybe having the dependency injection thing is kind of nice because, you know,
yeah,
you can, for some reason, the API
goes down
or something. You know,
yeah, maybe so.
Maybe for development purposes, you'd want to use the.
Oh yeah, and absolutely. There's more options, and of course, I don't have a monopoly on being right. Like, this is my latest intuition, and you know, I'm, you know.
To Raphael too, if he really argues, you know.
I mean, I think if he really doesn't want to do that, he really doesn't, and it's not the end of the world. I mean, I think, but yeah. Anyway, so I guess did we have someone else join? Did we have somebody else join? Oh, we had Lokesh is here and Ayush. Hey, Lokesh and Ayush. Yeah, sorry, we kind of we had the Scrum, and I've now got to kind of go and do the local support meeting. I'm afraid. Lokesh, did you have anything quick to report?
Yeah, just a small thing. I've done writing the cucumber test and now continuing to work on the.
This is the manual.
Work on the
manual video.
Manual build of YouTube. Yeah.
Great, fantastic, wonderful. And Ayush is here. Hey, Ayush, how are you doing? We can't get any audio from you at the moment. Great to have you with us. Let's see if there. Yeah, no problem. Well, you know, everybody's always welcome to join. This is our Beck Scrum. We have them at the same time every day, Monday to Friday. I think that's our session there. I guess what I'll do is I mean, maybe, going back to what I was on there, Matt, I'll share that diagram with you, and then maybe you can bring that up with Raphael.
Yeah, I'm just going to write a quick note now that I just want to have a brief discussion with him about it.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I understand.
Okay. I will leave it. I'll leave it with you. What I particularly want to say is, like, he's saying, like, why resurrect this dead project? And my argument is, like, it's, you know, I mean, the voter Slack command could arguably have been dead. I mean, you know, there was work. You know, it's like, to me, it's a very recently written project. There was like a year and a half where the website 1 wasn't, you know, being actively developed, but the REST API is there and it's running. And anyway,
yeah, I think if he really argues with it, I'll just say, well, you have to be able to support it. So, you know, through dependency injection or some other means.
Well, I think see if you're convinced by his suggestions.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know what we said.
Okay, cool.
I understand everything.
I'm now struggling to be. It's like I'm in Jitsi here. I'm hearing you, but like that's saying AV marketing meeting. Anyway, so I feel like have I got like multiple Jitsi things open? Oh, I think I do. There we go. That was confusing. All right. Yeah, I better go and do the local support thing. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.